Hey, yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 19-yard line.
Mike, no chance.
On first down, Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Boom, boom.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Allen. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them in.
Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return will stop right around the 25. Trying to get it to Woods. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll look to throw here. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ground 80! Check back 21. Bring alert! Hey, check up.
1st down, and they're going to throw without him. That one is caught by Hunt. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. 52's the mic. What's that? What's that?
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Going deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Hey, 52. So don't say nothing. What's that?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Fighting through it. He's got space. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, check, Mike. Hey, home. Check, Mike 21. Hey, come on.
Allen to throw once more. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
He's coming. Hey, 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 73 yards.
On the play. And a Raven first down.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
Second and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Ready? 56 is the mic. 56 is the mic. I hope you brought your reps because I'm about to carry it over. 56. Mike, 56 right there. Okay. We own them. We own them. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack.
Mike's 50. We got it, we got it. Alert flat, alert flat, flat, flat. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Man left, man left.
Allen going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
50, Mike. Come on. Here we go. Here we go. Mike's 50, Mike. Short. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down.
X3, 218.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Now they go screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 12-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So they have the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Got a man open. It's Ross. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Check back 21. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On second and goal, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
That's the score. Bills 7, Ravens 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Ball on the 30 as they come up, 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Out. Check nine. Anyway.
And an alley to run. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
I got him. 56 is mine.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Back to throw now on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now back to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position. A couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And they work this out past the 25. Where they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Allen now on 1st down. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A quick throw now complete to Ross. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch tight end. 4 down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
So far this season, this is an offense that's proved its ability to move the football. I mean, they're in the top 5 in the NFL and picking up first downs, and they get the conversion here. And I think a lot of that is due to how they win on 1st and 2nd down, because that leaves them 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. A lot easier to pick them up then, isn't it?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Allen. And now here is another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, let's go. Interception. All day, baby. Let's get this. Ready. It's 50, Mike. It's 50. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. What? Go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check, 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 check. Go. Play. He gets green. Check, check. Lock. 22, check. Cover. 22. Check. Cover.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
Switch. You got tight right there. Undercut. Watch out.
They'll run with Mixon. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
56. Rip right. Go. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Me and you all day. after you. Hey, alert three, alert three. Rotate, spell.
Now Mixon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Switch.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
50 seconds to Mike. Man, I got you. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch. Check. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Alert three.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good...
Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn it. Kill. Turn it. Go. Watch the whip.
Again, it's Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
25, check 25, check.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Check 50, check 50. He's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And the Raven first down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
He'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35.
Let's go.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
They'll look to throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10.
56, Mike. 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Big stop.
They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. They'll run. This is Hunt. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
It's 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
All day. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Ravens, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bills, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.